Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Tuesday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt on Twitter to follow me on Twitter, at BettingPros on Twitter to follow BettingPros. We're busy. A lot of things to get to today, so we're going to go right to it. You know, the BetMGM offer is always above me. $10 bet to win $150. Any event, promo code JUICE150 at sign up with BetMGM or BetMGM.com. Okay, at the top, quick story, fun story. So I'm going to the gym with my daughter to take her to a swim class. Walking in, I'm wearing a Daily Juice shirt. Turn the corner, guy goes, "Hey, I like that podcast." And I'm like, "Which podcast?" He goes, "The Daily Juice." I go, "I'm Matt." He's like, "Perrault?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "What's going on?" It was Kyle, his mom, and his son. They were coming out of the gym. His mom hit a Super Bowl bet that we put up on the Juice. She won $200. And during the Super Bowl, she was like, "Hey, I won $200 because of your podcast." I was like, "I really appreciate that. That's really cool." They put it on the shortest touchdown, the 1.5 yards, it being, less than a 1.5 yard touchdown. She put 100 or whatever, $100 on that. She won $200. So that was awesome. It was psyched. It was cool to meet them. Kyle I missed the handle for the Discord channel, but that's really cool. And well, Daily Juice t-shirts still available if you guys want to go and grab those things in the Daily Juice in the Fantasy Pros store, which is available right now if you guys want to grab that. But it shows you wear the Juice gear. People are like, "Hey, what's going on?" That's the first time in Vegas, though. I've worn that t-shirt a lot of places. I've not had anybody say, "I like that podcast." Very cool. Thank you for listening, Kyle. Very much appreciated. It's a Tuesday, okay? So let's have some fun today. I'm going back to the two sport Tuesday totals bet. Basketball, hockey. 2 bets in each, 2 totals in each here on a Tuesday. It's a 2 sport totals Tuesday that we're going to do, okay? Before we get into it, 2 NBA playoffs, 2 NHL games that we're going to talk about. We have a brand new sponsor to tell you about here on the Daily Juice. It is Sleeper. Sleeper is the fastest growing fantasy platform going, with millions of players. Now, you may already have a league on there, but it's a game-changing product unlike anything else in the industry, and now you could win on Sleeper with their new over-under game. It's super simple. First, in any sport, choose 2 or more players that you like and pick the over or the under. For example, points in basketball, hits in baseball. Then you choose the amount of money you want to enter into the contest. If you pick correctly, you can win anywhere from 2 times to 20 times the money that you put in. This is very cool. Sleeper is the only app where you guys can get involved. Your buddies can do it. You can play together. It's got a built-in group chat where you guys can copy your friends' picks or tap on a button. Really fun. Cool to sweat games together. Very, very cool stuff. Check out Sleeper. Download it today. Play their new over-under game. Have fun with it and make some money. If you use the promo code DAILYJUICE, that's one word, DAILYJUICE, Sleeper will match your deposit of up to $100. Again, you download Sleeper, use that promo code DAILYJUICE, one word, when you deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms for use details. Check out Sleeper, promo code DAILYJUICE. Okay, let's start talking some basketball here, okay? 2 games, 2 totals that I'm looking at in the NBA. Let's start with Minnesota at Memphis. Okay, so, what do you do with this number? It's 7 again. Here we go. Now, we teased last night the Sixers down and the Warriors down. Didn't need either one. Both teams won. Both teams covered. The Warriors are playing unbelievable basketball. Game 3 probably in Denver changes things up. But this killer lineup that they've got with Curry and Jordan Poole right now, man, it makes Klay Thompson's life a lot easier. They're really tough. But Minnesota won game 1. Do we think they win game 2? I don't. But I think Memphis plays even faster than what they played in game number 1. And in game 1, it went over by 9 points. Over the last 5 games, or 6 games rather, Memphis has gone over in all but 1. And it's gone over 7, 9.5 points, 25 points, 25 points, and 9 points. The totals have been 229, 226.5, 234.5, 230, 224, and 238. Went over by 9 points. The books have adjusted a little bit here, and they've jacked it up to 241, which is high. I'll give you that, but I still think it goes over. Memphis, last game, they scored 117 points. I think they're going to get 125 points tonight, 130 points tonight. I think they're going to have a tough time stopping Cat and company as well. I think this is a fast-paced, this is a high-scoring game. Look at the way that the Timberwolves have been playing. Timberwolves have gone over 6 of the last 7 games, 7 of the last 8. 238, 231, 229, 239, 238.5, 245.5, and 242.5. Against Denver on the road, 242 went over by 24 points. 245.5 against Houston went over by 25.5 points. 238.5 against Washington went over by 7.5 points. And then 238 against Memphis went over by 9 points. Let's bet the streak here, okay? These teams this season have been over machines. Minnesota 51-33 to the over, and on the road, Timberwolves are 31-11 to the over. Let's ride this out. Memphis, Minnesota, half a unit. We're going over 241 tonight for the Timberwolves and the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, play number 2 in the NBA. New Orleans at Phoenix. Total is 221.5. This is the exact opposite, all right? These teams are under machines. Right now, against the Western Conference, New Orleans is 34-21 to the under. Phoenix to the Western Conference is 30-23 to the under. 8-2 over the last 10 games for Phoenix to the under. 7-3 over the last 10 games for the New Orleans Pelicans. On the road, New Orleans 28-15 to the under. Phoenix 22-20 to the over, but I just told you that they are really playing slow, and their defensive effort has been absolutely tremendous. 6 games in a row to the under. 8 of the last 9 to the under. 8 of the last 10 as well, but this has been 224 under by 15 points in game 1. 227 under by 2 points. 229 against Utah under by 13 points. 221.5 under by 8.5 points. I mean, look, they've had lower totals than what they have here today at 221.5, but the books are clearly saying that, look, they think this game's going to go under, and they're kind of concerned about how far under it's going to go. I just think Phoenix's defense, they clamp down. I don't think New Orleans scores a ton of points here today. They did not score 100 points in game 1. I don't think they score 100 points in game 2. I think Phoenix is just going to play too tough, too physical, too long, too difficult of a team defensively for them to score. Under 221.5 for Phoenix and New Orleans for a half a unit. All right, 2 NBA plays over Memphis and Minnesota at 241. Under 221.5 for New Orleans and Phoenix. 2 sports. What's the second sport? Second sport's hockey. All right, let's look at unders. Why? I missed again last night on the over. Overs were hitting so rapidly over the weekend that I think, not there's going to be an overcorrection, but I've been missing a bunch of these bets on the over. And so I went hunting for under bets today to this podcast. All right. Ottawa is the second to worst team in the NHL to the over. They are 42-30-3 to the under this season. Ottawa is playing against Vancouver. Vancouver equally isn't great. They're 500, 36-3 right now. But when you play the Ottawa Senators, you're like, okay, how likely is it this game is going to go under? What I like is that the books have given us 6.5. Okay, they're already putting it up. For the Canucks, they've been on fire, all right? Absolutely on fire. 7-1, 5-4, 4-2, 5-1, 5-1, okay? They've been scoring a lot, and they haven't been giving up a ton of goals. They've been going under quite a bit. At home, they're 17-14-6 on the year. Ottawa is 15-19-3 straight up on the road. But for Ottawa, they have been scoring a ton, okay? Ottawa's going 5-4, losing to Toronto, 3-2, 4-1, 4-3, 5-1, okay? So they're 3-2 to the under 6.5 goals over the last 3 games. It could be sweaty, but let's take it as a 4-1 win here for the Vancouver Canucks, who are playing well, trying to improve their playoff standings, keep themselves in the running here. I think we're looking at an under 6.5, okay? Under 6.5 for the Ottawa Senators and the Vancouver Canucks. 2 bets. One more under to look at. Went hunting again. The LA Kings are on the road at Anaheim. LA needs this victory, by the way. LA Kings are 41-33-3 to the under this year. One of the better under teams. In fact, only 4 teams in the NHL have a worse record to the over than the LA Kings. They are playing the Anaheim Ducks, who are 38-36-3 to the over, but they haven't been a great team to the over. They've been okay to the over. I think this game's going to go under. The books are giving us 6 here to play with. Go and hunt this down if you can. Some books have already moved to 5.5. Hopefully you can get 6 here on this because I do think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Oh, Vegas just lost 3-2 to the New Jersey Devils. What a bad loss for the Vegas Golden Knights. That is just absolutely inexcusable on so many levels to lose that game. Season's over for the Vegas Golden Knights. It's been a while since that's happened. We haven't seen, we haven't seen a team like that fall apart with how much talent they've got. Vegas folks here are not going to be happy at all. It doesn't eliminate them, but they played with their game in hand against the LA. I like this under even more now. LA's just got to play tight, got to win the game. Don't go too crazy. LA against Anaheim, be smart. Right now at FanDuel, it's 6 at -122. We're going to play it for a half a unit, okay? Under 6 goals, Kings, Ducks at FanDuel for -122. All right? Tuesday, 2 totals, 2 sports. 2 in the NBA and 2 in the NHL. Once again, over 241, Minnesota, Memphis. Under 221.5, New Orleans and Phoenix. Under 6 goals, Anaheim and the LA Kings. Under 6.5 goals for the Ottawa Senators and the Vancouver Canucks. The juice on the Ottawa game is under at -105. So you get -105 juice on that. Those are our 4 bets for us today on a Tuesday 2-sport total day. Mine is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.